and pink sapphire oval pendant with 18-inch chain in sterling silver, $249.99 for this exquisite piece. It's such a great deal. This was originally $412. You're saving 35% today. And the two color choices that we're seeing is rose and silver. And what I love about Kunzite is it's pleochroic. That means that there's gonna be two different colors that it's pulling depending on what's around it. You're seeing hints of the lilac and the lavender and the purple, and also that beautiful peachy pink, which you see it more so in the rose gold chain. And then in the silver chain right here, you're seeing more of the cooler tones. Isn't that so cool? I love this stone kunzite when I learned about this, and it was also discovered in California not too long ago, actually, in San Diego. So it has an amazing American heritage story. And the reason I'm so excited about it is because Caroline, you might appreciate this. I did a big jewelry training here with Mary Beth and everybody when I first started my career here at QVC, and we learned all about jewelry, and Mary Beth has a huge passion for it. And that was the first time I started learning about these different gemstones. Is kunzite an exotic gemstone?
Yes, it is considered an exotic gemstone, meaning it's significantly more rare than those gemstones that we categorize as semi-precious, okay? And the exotics are more rare that you see them set in jewelry. You know, they're not commonly set in jewelry like we see our rubies, our sapphires, our emeralds. The exotics are a little harder to find, which makes them really special. And like you said, kunzite is an American gemstone story. It was discovered in San Diego County in 1912. So it's a relative newcomer to the world of colored gemstones. And if you love that soft purpley pink, then it is the perfect stone for you.
And look at how different they look just based on the chain.
Yeah.
They're the same stone, but one is in the rose gold is pulling out more of those peachy pinks. And then the sterling silver is more of the cooler, the lilacs and the lavender. And now look at it, the one I'm wearing against my terracotta colored top. It's a third different color. This is definitely pulling out more of the peachy colors. So I was just fascinated when I learned what pleochroic means.
Yeah. So pleochroic is very interesting because, like you said, it can show different colors within one stone. But it's challenging for cutters to facet and cut pleochroic gemstones for exactly that reason. It can show different colors down different crystal directions. And so when they cut these beautiful stones, it has to be a hugely talented cutter that orients the rough in the right way so that you get that nice even tone when you look at the stone face up. But it's a really cool, you know, phenomenon in the gemstone world to have a pleochroic gemstone.
Now let's talk about the rest of the design too, because we're seeing a double halo and it's oh no, it's not threaded through, is it? Nope. Okay, no, it looks like it could be though, but the way it's attached, that's beautiful.
Yeah, and I love when we do station pendants like this because it doesn't move on the chain. So how many times, how many pendants do you have where, throughout the day you find the clasp is in the front? That's not going to happen with this design because we have stationed it on 2 points on that beautiful pendant. And it's really, this one is sort of floral motif as well. It's that beautiful oval shape. We've given you that beautiful oval kunzite. Then we've given you that row of zircon. And then we've given you that row of pink sapphires. And so it sort of unfolds in different layers on this pendant, which makes it really stunning. Another thing I love that we did with this, Avija, is we left the scalloped edge on the side. So a lot of designs would sort of just make it, a flat oval, but we've left that beautiful scalloped detail, which again is a little bit harder to do. It's easier to just make it a swath of metal, but we wanted to give you that beautiful high-end design that you deserve.
Yeah, it really is. And the kunzite is almost 2.5 carats, 2.45 carats. The sapphire is 0.55 carats. And the zircon 0.10 carats. So this is a substantial piece here, and for under $250, I think that that's an incredible price. First day, by the way, presented at this just reduced price. What a beautiful gift idea as well, because there's so much story behind this, right? This is that conversation piece. This is interesting, and to be able to say like, yeah, this was discovered in California. This is an American heritage story here, and then it changes colors depending on what you're wearing, or depending on the light, or depending on the chain. I find that to be absolutely fascinating.
Yeah, it is. It would be a fantastic gift, especially with Mother's Day coming up. It has that pastel look, which is so relevant right now in fashion. And it's really a pendant that is different than most. You know, it's not just that single gemstone. It's not just a single halo around the gemstone. We've given you these incredible layers.
Yeah.
And the basket too, you know, you showed it before. The basket has all these kind of floret cutout details. Yes, there it is. That allows the light to get through so that it shows the gemstone cut to its maximal effect. But it's also just a gorgeous detail. You know, I love that kind of hidden stuff that you might not see when you're just wearing the piece of jewelry, but you look at it and you know the quality when you see that beautiful finished basket like that.
I love the Singapore chain. I think that it's like one of the most sparkly of the chains. It looks kind of delicate, but it's not too delicate, but it looks sparkly and dainty.
Yeah, it is, because it has all this surface area, these beautiful Singapore chains, because it's really almost like two chains that are sort of interwoven
Twisted,
together. Yeah, it gives you a twisted rope look. And it does, it catches the light so much, and it's also a very strong chain. So it's a good one to be able to wear every day.
The chain is 18 inches plus a 2-inch extender. And now the pendant itself is about 5/8 of an inch long. I'm gonna measure it. Yeah, there you go. A nice, gorgeous, beautiful size. Now, doesn't it look like it should just be so much more expensive than it is?
It really does, Abhisha. Whenever we offer this, that is exactly what I say. I'm like, this is the piece in this show that I think looks the most expensive, you know, relative to what you can get at home for. It really is it looks like it's thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars. I mean, it really does. And the fact that we give you the choice of the metal tone that you want is really one of the reasons why I love shopping with QVC, because if you walked into your average jewelry store, it's only going to be in one or the other. You're not going to have that choice. And I love that we give you that. It's really getting close to customizing, you know, your own piece of jewelry, your own look.
Also, I'm going to show the lobster claw. It looks like it's oversized, which always makes it easier to put on, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is. I just put mine on. You know, without even looking. I did it behind my back, and it's due to that larger scale lobster claw clasp that we've given you, oversized. We've also given you that extender, so you can place it along any of those larger lengths that you see there, so you can play with the length a little bit depending on the neckline that you're wearing.
So how are we taking care of this kunzite? Like, can I wear it to the beach?
Yeah.
Like, can I go in the ocean?
I wouldn't recommend wearing
I mean, I would be devastated if a wave hit me and I lost it.
I know. But you want to care for it. You know, you want to keep it clean. When you don't want to put it in like an ultrasonic or those high frequency jewelry cleaning machines. Those are really just for diamonds. When you have colored stones, you want to be more gentle with them. And I just suggest, though, what you already have at home, a soft bristled toothbrush, a little bit of a mild dish detergent or hand soap, and just scrub in there, scrub the setting, let it dry, and then it'll bring all that back to life. If you do wear lotions, etc., and you get it a bit dirty during the day, then it's easy to clean.
Okay, so is there anything we should know about like kunzite? Like, is there anything we should avoid? Can we take it in the shower with us?
You can take it in the shower. Yeah, there's no problem there. I just wouldn't do any of the like steamers or ultrasonics, like those more harsh jewelry cleaners. But
Got it.
absolutely, you can
Okay.
shower with it. I mean, you might get some kind of soap scum on it, that
Right.
again, you just take a toothbrush and get it back to life, but it won't hurt the stone.
Okay, great. Now, what we're looking at here is simply just the different color in the metal. So we have the rose gold over the sterling silver, and then we have the sterling silver. But is it me, or do they look like two different colored pendants?
They do. They do, because
But
the
they're
rose
not.
gold is really adding to that pink saturation, where that beautiful rhodium plated sterling, that's pulling out the cool colors. But they are the same stone set in two different metal colors. But
They're the
it's a
same
great
stone.
exercise in seeing the different effects that that metal color has.
I know, it's like an illusion. You know, when people argue about what color it is they're seeing?
Yeah.
I bet you that if I showed this to my daughters and said, are these the same stone? They would say no. They just look different, and that it adds to the interest, the allure, the mystique of the exotic kunzite, which is so cool. It has to be one of my favorite stones, and not to mention the color itself is stunning. Who doesn't love like these peachy pinks, these beautiful pastels, the lilacs, the lavenders, gorgeous. And then on that Singapore chain that gives you that right amount of that sparkle. Look, I have it on too, and it's on my terracotta colored top, and it's just really pulling out the peachy pink here, those warmer tones, and then gives it that right amount of sparkle here with the gorgeous, the color on the backdrop is just bringing out the peach colors in the kunzite. Isn't that interesting? Yeah.
It is. Which color are you wearing? Oh, you're wearing the rhodium plated sterling.
I'm wearing the rhodium plated. Yeah, I really love this. And then the double halo of the white zircon and the pink sapphire, all for under $250. You're saving 35%. This necklace to me looks like it would cost thousands of dollars, and the fact that you can get this home for $50 on Easy Pay, truly amazing. 18-inch chain plus a 2-inch extender, just reduced first day at this price. Clearance means no reorder. Caroline, thank you so much. Such a pleasure. Good to see you.
Thank you, Misha. Great to see you. Have a happy weekend.
You too. Thank you so much for joining me for the last 2 hours. And if you'd like to shop the show backwards, you're welcome to do so. Go to QVC.com, select items recently on air, and then select QVC2, and you can see everything that we've presented. I'm Avisha Scarborough, and I'll see you next time. Rachel Ellis is coming up.